What's up, everybody? William here, and today we're going to talk about like the 17 billion things you have to do to get your home ready for photos. Slight exaggeration by only about 3 billion. My name is William Huffman. I'm a real estate agent here in the state of Minnesota. I don't know, I was pointing at you so much, I apologize. As you know, I'm in the top 1.73% for RE/MAX in the world. If you don't know that, you do now. Team lead here in Minnesota with my wonderful, amazing wife, Sarah. Let's rock and roll. All right, everybody, I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks, and I got a bunch of notes here because there are so many things to do when it's time to get your home ready for photos. Now, there's been a lot of steps that come up to this, but if you're thinking about trying this on your own, or you're just curious on what it takes because you're thinking about starting this, let's just start with numero uno, number one. Let's just go with number one here. Number one is declutter. Everything needs to come out of your house, and I mean everything. Think of it like this. Pretend you're packing for a 2-week vacation and bring everything you need with you on that 2-week vacation. Do you need to cook? Yes. Do you need a frying pan? Yes. Do you need 17 frying pans considering we all have a favorite one and we only use that one anyways? No. Get rid of it. We all have that cup drawer in the kitchen, right? Where all those cups are, where we keep our Yetis and cups from ball games and stuff like that. All gotta go. Do you need cups? Yes. Do you need the 17,000 plastic memorabilia cups and the Yetis and all that stuff? No. Get them gone. Same with your closets and everything. Pretend like you're packing for a 2-week vacation. Other than that, everything else needs to go. Now, where does this go, may you say? An ideal world, storage unit, because offsite is the best. Now you're kind of moving twice. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Just know that you can have your garage stacked from floor to ceiling with boxes, and you'll be just fine. Now, if you have a gorgeous garage, and that's one of the selling points, don't do that. But if you just have a normal garage, cement floor, not heated, nothing fancy schmancy, then we can go ahead and stack everything in there. So that's number one. Number two, once we've got everything in the house, now we need to look at the paint, the carpet, and everything. Is it neutral? Or is it, can you see the cow path? Yeah, the cow path where everybody walks. I don't know why I just did that. Where everybody walks on the flooring. Is there a dented area in your carpet that you can tell everybody walks on? If there is, we got to get that taken care of. One is we can either replace it or we can have it carpet cleaned, and sometimes that'll bring that pad back to life. And if the carpet's in decent condition, sometimes we can just replace the pad. Bring me in, we'll talk about that. We'll look at wood floors. Do you have animals? Are they all scuffed? Yes, and this is just still for photos. Are they all scuffed? Do we have to get them redone? All of that. And then now we need to look at our paint colors. And this is number 2, maybe 3, I don't know. Paint colors, are they neutral? Are they gonna photograph okay and they're not gonna like freak anybody out? Like all of a sudden you see a neon green room, like people are like, it's horrible. Well, maybe you like neon green, and I'm with you. I like bright colors. But for photos, negatory, buddy. All right, we're gonna go into number whatever this is. We'll put a little number thingy here. Somebody's gonna keep track. It's not gonna be me. Light bulbs. We need lighting, just lighting in general. Lighting is so incredibly important. And how do we maximize this? Make sure we have lamps where they need to be. Make sure we have daylight, 5,000 Kelvin lights everywhere that we need to be. Make sure all of the windows are cleaned. Make sure all the window shades are open. Make sure all the curtains are drawn. Also, side note, if you really like your curtains, which some people do, the curtain rods are attached to the house, which means the curtains are on the curtain rods. Technically, curtain rods and curtains stay with the home. So if you want them to go with you to your next property, remove them, patch them, and they cannot be in the photos, or they should not be in the photos. It makes things easier for like legal stuff down the road. Quick reminder, if you find this information beneficial, please subscribe and hit that like button, or however this works. I think there's a thumbs up there. So go ahead and hit that. All right, back at it. Empty is better than bad furniture. Say if you have a bedroom, don't just throw a random bed in there to make it look like it can fit in there. Actually empty out the room. We can digitally stage it. Brings me to my next point. Depersonalize the home as you're decluttering it. Whether you're gonna vote for green M&M or red M&M or purple M&M or blue M&M, it doesn't really matter which M&M you like. Nobody cares. So therefore, depersonalize the property. Make sure there's nothing political, nothing about M&Ms there. Make it as neutral as possible because people need to be able to envision their stuff in the property. Also, now I want M&Ms. Do I have any? Next point, this one. I love animals, okay? I love all types of animals except spiders, and we have a mutual agreement. You stay over there in wherever it is that you go. And if you come into my house, I have to burn the house down and move. I love all animals. Animals do not sell homes. So when it comes time to sell your property, dog beds have to go in the photos. The cat tree thingy's gotta go. Sometimes even fish aquariums, if we can get them out of our main photos, that would be super nice. Also, this goes for dead animals. What? Yes. Your mounted fish, your 36-inch walleye that you caught, super cool. Can't be on the wall. Same with your deer mounts, pheasants, just anything in general. Animals do not sell homes. They gots to go. Oh, I need to throw this in there before I forget. Packers suck. So in Minnesota, no Packers stuff. Like, kidding, not kidding. When I'm talking about depersonalizing the property, anything that can be considered polarizing, yes, including sports stuff. Let's go ahead and get rid of that, and the Packers do suck. Skol Vikings, woo! Less is more. So during this whole process of whatever number we're at here, just less is more, and how your home is going to look for photos when it starts to feel uncomfortable. You're like, where are my things? Where's my stuff? Like, this isn't how I live. You're on the right path. I'm serious. Think of magazine cover. Nobody lives like a magazine cover looks, but that's what people want to see in that like 3.5 to 5 seconds that we have in the attention span of getting somebody to look at your photos online. The first sale, the screen appeal. So more is less. When it starts to feel uncomfortable, we're on the right path. And think magazine cover. Yeah, we're probably going to throw a weird, freaking stupid blanket over the chair because that's what people do in magazines. I don't get it. My wife's the boss when it comes to that stuff, but when it comes to staging and rearranging and getting ready for photos, we have an army of people that can help you. Our number one resource for that is Susie Passons, and she is a home stager, rearranger, gives us awesome report. We typically send her into all of our properties when we have people needing to move, especially if you've been there for a long time, and she gives you this awesome report. If you want to talk to Susie, give me a call. I'll give you her information. Last but not least, and there's probably a million more things I could talk about here, when getting your home ready for photos, we also have to think about the outside. The goal is to bring things to neutral. If we have a dead tree in the middle of the yard, we got to get rid of it. If the grass isn't cut, we got to cut it before the photos. We can't have leaves on the ground for photos. We need to make sure that the driveways are shoveled. We need to remove any visual obstacle that somebody may have to fall in love with your property online. Vast majority of the time, when people come to the house, it's our job to make sure that we don't screw it up. That's it. Throwing a lot at you. If you've liked what I've had to throw at you, which is, I'm not really throwing stuff. I'm talking, it's okay. Duck, dodge, dive, dip, and dodge. If you can dive a wrench, if you can duck a wrench, we're going to totally not leave this in there. Or maybe we are. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. That's what I was trying to say. In the grand scheme of things, are photos important? Absolutely. If we do not nail the photos, and I mean crush them, 10 out of 10, Sammy Sosa back in the roids rage out of the park, we're completely screwed. We're dead in the water. So hit me up, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. If you want to know more about how we can help you get your home ready for photos, I am a listing master. I crush this stuff. I'm super humble, but I am really, really, really good at this. All right, everybody. As always, I love you all very, very much. Be safe out there. We out. Deuces.